Hi Cancerian, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Cancerian is Kräftan in Swedish. I am Swedish, so I will use a few Swedish words here and there where I feel like maybe the English needs some clarification. Kräftan, I will just jump right into the reading. I don't think there's too much to say around anything really, besides we have a pretty awesome full moon coming up. And when you listen to this, the full moon might just already have been happening. It might be today when you listen to it. Even if it's in the recent past, or even like maybe tomorrow for you, depending on when you listen to it and where you live in the world. You're probably going to feel the energy from it still, because I feel like it's a very life shifting energy and moon and expectancy around this moon. So that just means that there's like a big chapter in your life, not like for the past week or 2 weeks or months, but maybe even possibly years. For some people, I feel like their whole life, like there has been a certain type of living, a certain type of energy, a certain type of like set of people, a certain type of job, and that's just, it's just a done deal. It's like you come full circle, you close that chapter, and now we're on to the next one. So there's like, it's not a little thing happening, it's a huge shift happening. And I feel like, and I've said that from the very beginning, and I sort of didn't know, and I still don't know really, to be honest, why is such a profound shift just in September. But I felt that like in previous months, that just coming to September will sort of sort things out. That's what it felt like. And here we are in September, and I already feel like it's a bit up in the air still, but we're just sort of waiting for stuff to calm down, and good things are about to happen and are happening as we speak. So let's see what specifically is going on for you, Cancerian. If I don't remember it completely wrong, you, or at least some of you, the strongest energy that I connected with last week was somebody that actually lost somebody, or it may have been like a terrible breakup, or somebody like crossing over to the other side, or that magnitude of loss to you. So let's see what's going on with you, and if I connect with the same people. I mean, there could be different people and different energy. So let's see. It's not going to resonate with everybody. If it doesn't, then don't force it. Then just maybe come back next week or something. Okay, so the first card out is 7 Deadly Sins. It is my heaviest card in the deck, but don't be afraid, because this is the sort of thing that we're leaving now. We're walking away from that. I did that before, so let's stay there with the not so good stuff, and here with the good stuff. Second card out is my Dove. That is a message from the other side usually. And then we have my Gratitude card, which is also, I get this a lot when I have the Pisces in the energy. So I haven't done the Pisces reading for this week yet, so I can't really tell you what it's about. Maybe I couldn't anyway, but you might want to check out the Pisces reading as well and see if it resonates with you there somehow. Then I got a bonus card, but I'm going to wait with that. So turning the cards like around all three at the same time sort of gives me a bit of a story. So just let me feel into this for a bit. Wow. Somebody's tände smällare. That's like the little firecrackers. So maybe take that into account somehow, that there's firecrackers. They're turning on those firecrackers. Okay, I just feel the first card out. I feel like a progress here. It's a beautiful progress. So first of all, it's like I want to talk about the story being your energy. And I feel like you moved from feeling really angry and feeling, and maybe this is due to, I shouldn't read into it, because it's not what spirit comes with. That's just me saying maybe it's due to what happened, what I picked up on last week. But let's just, you do that connection if that works for you. If it doesn't, then just leave it. But I do feel like there is something that has set you back, that has made you really angry, that has sort of had you felt defeated a bit. Disappointed is the biggest, like, I feel disappointed, and you're sort of acting out in that disappointment and feeling really like, that's how angry you were. And then the second card that is like, you find peace in that, you find yourself, this is almost like a past story. I mean, usually I do these cards for the upcoming week, for your upcoming energy, and it doesn't resonate with me. It feels like I'm sort of telling you like it was in the past, and let's see why that comes up, because I'm not too keen on finding out what's in the past. That might be for you to find some recognition that, yes, that lady is talking about something that I can recognize, and therefore I should listen to the rest of the message. Otherwise, I'm not heavy into like looking back, or whatever served you in the back has put into the future what you need for the future. So we don't have to go there. This is finding peace. This is a progress happening, or sort of has already happened. But this is my peace dove, fredsduva, or dove of hope. And there's just all these beautiful colors, and it's like you let go of the anger, you let go of the disappointment, and you sort of have started to find a really like way more peaceful place. And then coming out into the third card, it's just gratitude. It's like, there it is again. I don't know if you hear that. I don't know if the microphone picks it up, but it's firecrackers. So let's see what we can do with that. Why that? Like, because it's been quiet here all day. So it just started when I started with your recording. This is what I feel. I feel you've come from disappointment, not understanding, feeling set back, like you were left to, what do you say? I don't know what the expression is. I'm not going to say it because that sounds really weird in my head. You were just left to your own, like nobody could care less. That's sort of course they would, but that sort of feeling. You were left alone, and you sort of like, there's so much like coming out of you, and there's like nobody caring. It's just a horrible feeling to be in. And then you find this peace, and you've really done a lot of work, like coming from that state to this state. And this is also what I feel like that we're leaving behind, that we're sort of, it's the end of an era, wink wink, and we're coming into the new era right now. That's why my choice of this the name for this channel feels so in alignment with everything that happens right now, that we're leaving one huge chapter or even a series of books and moving into a brand new one that probably is not even written yet, at least not physically, but energetically for sure. You have done a tremendous job at moving from defeat, being on the bottom, being so angry, come smoke out of your ears, feeling scared. I feel like it has been a tough energy. Moving somehow, some way, you moved into actually a peaceful place. I can actually say the word peace and stay in my truth. So that is truthful for a lot of you Cancerians, that you have moved into a very understanding and peaceful place. And at the end of this journey, it's like you even feel grateful. You even feel grateful for the shitty stuff that has happened, because it has made you a freaking superhero. It has made you, and Cancerians, you are my hybrid people. If you're newcomers to the channel, welcome. And to not sound like weird just all at once, I have been talking about you being sort of shifting your DNA string, your cells in your body is sort of upgrading in a level that is a bit like a slight, a couple of, I should never talk about time, but you are energy-wise ahead of the majority of people when it comes to upgrading and like shifting your energy and even shifting your DNA. It feels like you were born with a string of DNA, and when you die, you will go with a different DNA, and you will be the first of the kind. I know this is grand. I know this sounds maybe, what is she talking about to some people? I'm just the messenger here. So that's what spirit comes with. And so I'll just deliver that to you. I feel, for instance, that I'm not one of them. I don't feel, maybe I will shift my DNA, and by the end of, because there's a shift going on for show, I just don't feel like that's not my purpose here. Like, I'm not first in line to, when it comes to that. So I will for sure like learn and teach from your learn from your example, because you're first in line, like you're the leading edge when it comes to that. That's what it feels like. And so, excuse me, you might not sit there thinking, oh, I shifted my DNA today. Oh, that's what it feels like when you shift your DNA. But you might have had migraines, you might have had so much trouble with your body, you might have just felt really like a loner in this world, not understanding your path, not thinking that you sort of serve a purpose even to be here. Whatever's going on in your life that you sort of has not been able to make sense of, if that makes sense. And now it's like you have, now we're witnessing this journey of yours, this unbelievable journey of yours that you sort of have started on the bottom and you're now on top. And I'm not saying you have bad days. Of course you have bad days, and of course you're going to feel off and feel like you don't matter and don't belong and you still don't know your place and such. But the overall energy is such that you are out on the other side. Maybe literally sometimes, because you probably move in and out of different dimensions, in and out of different timelines. And maybe now having somebody cross over to the other side, or really feeling like you were left to, what is that expression that just haunts me now? Hang to dry, hang out, hung to dry. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it. It's gonna bother me. I'm gonna look it up after for sure. At Google. No, I'm gonna leave it. Jesus. Anyway, okay. So having this journey happened and coming out on this side, and maybe having somebody on the other side, or have felt so crushed by the breakup, that sort of rips you open. It's sort of, let me tell you, long story short, really short. I had an incident like just a couple of years ago, which feels like my previous life now, because that's how much that has happened since. I felt like I met one of my most important people in my life, a soulmate. I will consider him to be a soulmate. We just have come in and out of each other's lives since I was really young, and in this stage in my life, I thought for sure that maybe we were gonna move from like friends to actually take this somewhere else, to actually become like partners, romantic partners. And it was the first time that I saw him like in a completely different light. I frankly never saw him in that way before, even though he had seen me in that way before. I never saw him that way before. And now all of a sudden there was a possibility, only for him to then walk out from my life, to just disappear. It felt like from the blue. It felt like it was almost a done deal energetically. But he had been married for a lot of years, and he sort of had an epiphany, and he came to see me. We hadn't seen each other for so many years, and it was just the most loving, deep connection. I just felt like I'm home. And then out of the blue came a text, and it just said, sorry, I can't do this. And he went back to his relationship. And obviously he should be there. Obviously that was the right thing. It was supposed to happen. In that moment, I felt like somebody had ripped the universe from under my feet. It was like I couldn't breathe. And something happened in that feeling of despair, in that feeling of, I can't do this. It was supposed to be, and it's not. And what am I supposed to do now? That opened up such a doorway in my life that it was the first time that I let the energy of Archangel Michael into my freaking living room. into my home, into my space. I mean, I've sensed them before, but there was a full-blown like, how, who are you? Standing in my living room, and that was too setting me so like, it freaked me out at the time. But having that incident happen to me, I know for a fact that it couldn't have happened. Did he not walk out on me? Walk out on me. It's not fair to say that it did, because all of this was supposed to happen. I just want to tell you that due to what I feel is happening around you. It's like something has just hit you, but it has sort of ripped you open. Is that now you are such a target for good, beautiful things to happen, if that makes any sense. Okay, I'm over time, guys, and I will continue this reading for sure and see where this is going on the extended. So follow me there in the link below if you want to. I also want to take the time to just really thank you for the donations that has started to come in. From the biggest one that almost made me faint a bit. I was like, what? To the like en krona, like that's not even 50 cent. I am so blessed and feel so grateful when those donations come in. So thank you. And if you didn't even know you could donate to this channel, it's also in the link below in the description box. So thank you for listening this week. And if this was all you needed to hear, then I hope to see you back next week. Take care, guys. Bye.